dan block keta wolto bang fo.
Ani kudo keta je mi alan ko important back.
Well, no, that was not the end. Something else happened which was important.
Important back then.
Very important.
Tell us.
Lumena on the 26th April 2008.
26th of April 2008.
And akita coincided until a trip on Darameka Kaulaga.
It coincided with my trip when I went to Kaulach.
Ngasimento Sanje.
I bought some cement.
400 bags.
400 bags.
Rukasa banana sopoto.
So that I will bring that cement to my shop.
Ngasimento sang.
After buying this cement, it was loaded on a truck.
Do you have any papers to show?
Yes, I have the document here.
Kindly send them to us.
Okay. New 400 bako wala munata on the 27. Ibajela dead bejele bari ya temple.
These 400 bags.
But water I another 400 bag le 20 ton Senegal sapro le basu te lala water wala be makasino kono je.
I had 400 bags.
20 ton fulalem abe sambay.
There are two different trips, 20 tons each. There was 400 bags in the store. Then already. I bought this order 400 bags to come and add it to the one in the store.
Where did you buy them?
In Kaulach.
And nothing in the papers show your name.
But I told to
Okay, because in Kata Kaulaga.
Yes, because when I am going to Kaulach, I have a friend there who also acts as my middleman. Yes, he's the person who puts his name on the receipt because I leave everything with him.
I
think his name is on the document. Maybe it might be Mutar or something like that.
What is his name? You use an agent. You leave him with your stuff. 400 bags of
sorry, my friend Mungadila Majibe, but I'm for Muktar Lembam Punyadilem. Abeje Sabara the council.
I think it might be Mukhtar.
Oh, usually in Doko Kele, comment about steering J.
We do that because, as for me, I am not staying there. Because he's the guy who lives there. He will use his name to be able to purchase this cement for me.
You see, there are some problems with your papers.
In
the first place,
follow.
There is no name here. Mukhtar. Yes, I have looked at it. One that is very clear is Omar Diouf.
Follow mentioning Omar Diouf lady.
Other one.
And the other, the name.
Is it French?
Could you say again?
French. Is it French writing?
Yes, but I don't think I can read this. It's not Mukhtar. It's something like Mokchau, Matchau, something like that. But it's certainly
Majau.
Majau.
Taku, my mind comes in. Majau. Majau Joe.
Majau, yes.
Joe, yes. My mind comes in. It's a long time now. Majau Joe.
It was
my main agent.
I now remember. It's Majau Joe.
Majau Joe.
Well, it's Majau.
Yes.
The last name is not here. It's not written.
Well, but it's Majau Joe. Yes.
Okay.
My memory.
All right. And the thing is, another problem is your stock. Where was it to go?
It's supposed to come to Soma, but I left it with him to load it on a truck, which will bring it to Soma.
You see, the documents show that this is going to Sigan's shore. And the other is saying that it's going to Carrefour.
Do kotanko cimento nyin kata Carrefour le.
All of them in Senegal.
Bebe Senegal banko le kang.
And there is no stamp or anything suggesting that this cement ever came to Gambia.
Dun stamp teje waranto saferte je memba itandi la ko nyin kaito nyin cimento kana Gambia banko le kang.
Council.
Pass it to
Council.
Take a look at the documents. Maybe you can tell us.
But explain.
Let me explain.
Nteka Majau Jau wala any other agent.
Me, I deal with Majau Jau or any other agent.
Me alonko kombe ngwele muna trust city.
Who acts as my trustee.
Atere kanka lintara magasinoro.
When we go to the store,
atere ka cemento sang atoyala.
He buys the cement using his own name.
But the motor kata destination momento.
But the destination where the vehicles go to,
ake address wala.
That's how that's how he addresses the document.
But if you look at these documents, the addresses are Zigansor and Carrefour.
That's an arrangement between us.
Exactly.
So
that's our arrangement.
Are you suggesting to the commission that you falsify the final destination of the cement?
This is done by the agents.
You just told us that's an arrangement between the two of you.
Well, that's the way we arrange with the agents.
Why do you do that?
Because I am not staying there.
That's all the more reason why you should state that it's coming to Soma.
No, what he said, what he told me, that's what makes it easier. If you say that it's coming to Soma, you have to go to the main port in Dakar so that they can issue a document from there. He said that's the reason why. And in fact, to get that document is very difficult. This is why he does this type of arrangement.
But when the goods arrive in Gambia, you must have custom papers.
Yes, it
goes to the customs directly.
Do you have custom papers?
Whenever this vehicle comes, they don't take it direct to my store. It goes first. But when this particular cement arrived,
the first 20 ton
the first 20 ton, when it arrived, they took it to the customs department at the Soma post. I paid there.
$15.
Each bag, I paid $15 for each bag.
Where are your papers?
I restored it now.
He gave me a receipt.
Where is the receipt?
The first 20 bags.
The first 20 bags.
Restore.
The receipt for that.
Ordinary.
They gave me that.
Where is the receipt?
I lost that receipt.
But
but the issue is, here you have documents showing your purchase in Senegal.
Mm.
And you would agree with me that these papers would accompany the goods.
Yes.
And it is on the basis of these papers that you have that you would be assessed for duty.
Yeah.
And you would have to present these papers to be able to pay for the customs duties.
That's what I'm saying. When the vehicle arrives, you don't take it to your store. They take it direct to the customs department.
But my point is, how come you have all these papers except the receipt that will be given to you upon presentation of these papers.
De la kolea mendi wala mnyiko ite ben kaitol besoto no la nyadi la silang risito me alon ko kabrin simendo dara dunda Gambia banko kan risito me yadi la imo soto no.
First 20 ton.
The first 20 ton.
Fanara dame uristo ni duanyo adinale.
Truly, that receipt was given to me.
But second 20 ton, même on the 27, même biarije, ngamere ye tampoje on the 27.
The second 20 ton.
Nimu kere duanyo le kere.
Yombatu nidi amutansunga kwana so.
Sorry.
The second 20 ton, which came on the 27th.
Wole ke aibula duanyo la tampo itandi. On the 27th, ko arrival on 27 April.
That arrived on the 27th, and that's when the Kerr customs post stamped the document. That one I didn't pay the customs. Because I was detained at that time at the NIA headquarters.
Did the goods enter Gambia at all?
Yes.
Do you have proof of the fact that they have entered Gambia?
Ha, Modio Bola received custom post la Bosnia.
Yes, it was received by Mamadou Job, the head of the customs post at that time.
Do you have any documents to say that?
Just give me a chance to explain how it happened. When the cement arrived, I was detained at the NIA. The vehicle owner didn't see Fadera. He asked. They told him his son is here. Buba.
And where was Majau?
Majau benu mindole.
Majau was at Kaulak. When they gave him my son's name, then he said to his son, the vehicle is at the customs post, let's go there. The officer at the customs post, he received the cement consignment. Then my son said to them, allow us to offload the cement. According to my son, Mod Job said, no, leave the cement here till tomorrow.
So
then my son said, the following day, when he came,
I had 150 barcodes in this 400 barcode.
He discovered that Mod Job has already removed 150 bags from the consignment.
From the 400 bags.
From the 400 bags.
150 bags.
150 bags from the 400. He told my son Buba to take the 350 bags to my...
But how that mathematics is not correct.
Daddy?
150 plus 350 is 5.
Sorry. Yes, 250 bags. Sorry.
250 bags.
250 bags. Sorry.
250 bags.
Sorry.
And why did he do that?
Sorry.
Okay.
According to my 150 bags will be custom tariff for Jola.
He said to my son that 150 bags is going to be used to pay the customs tariff.
Okay, hold a second. Let's do the maths. Which lawyers are not generally good at. So it's 400 bags.
Yes.
And $15 per bag.
Yes.
That should be $6,000.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So 150 bags. How much per bag?
275 at that time.
That is $41,250.
Yes.
The disparity is huge.
That's what Mod Job did.
Okay,
Mr. Fadera.
Mr. Fadera.
This is very serious.
Yes.
Are you saying that instead of paying $6,000, Mr. Job confiscated 150 bags of your cement worth 41,250.
Exactly so.
Job not na itena wili woro jola o wili woro joba jo imo jo tumala menda Mr. Job not na boto keme boto talulu bonde kon ando boto keme boto talulu ni kon niya iri ka kodo rabida wiltan nan killing keme fula talulu.
Do you have any proof of this fact?
Ila kuma kan yem men fodam fo say dan kuma say dan bamba no so dala ba.
Se dan bamba no wala muninde ko Mr. Job we cemento tare mamba na permission taje makalamta.
The thing I can say about that is Mr. Job took this cement without my authority.
But there must be some papers.
But for kay to si daraje.
Nkana woldo kabina di 250 bags in the magazine to.
Well, that's what I'm coming to. When my son brought these 250 bags to the store.
Okay, let's take a few steps backwards.
Silanga muruko madomanding.
The cement would arrive at the customs post with papers, correct?
Cemento nyanta futa customo duanyo la dingiranyo to anin kay to kodi.
Yes.
And these papers will be processed at the customs post. Isn't that the case?
How
can
Yes.
And the processing of these papers would involve indicating that these goods have arrived in Gambian territory.
Yes.
And that would also be indicated by a stamp of the customs post showing that the goods have arrived at that point.
Tampuje ka itandi ko nyinjora ni waranto nyimbagaso waranto nyisimento ifrata gambia banko kanjan
anyana kala wala nyama.
That's what should have happened.
And in the papers it would be indicated how much you are assessed for duty.
Andungo kaito nyinto je bay tandila jele ko duty nyi yemen jo ye charge la bay tandila jele fana
anyana kala wala nyama.
That's the way it should have happened.
And when you pay or the goods are confiscated, it would be indicated on the papers.
That's what should have happened.
In your case, can you show us any papers that indicate all this information?
That's what I'm coming to.
Kabiri Mojo 150 bako jindi.
After Modu Job took away these 150
we are now talking about papers.
I'm coming to that.
Let's talk about it.
No, stage level so demanding.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you very much. Kabiri ayo 150 bako jindi.
When he removed that 150 bags,
Nima 250 bako ta jindi magasinoro.
My son took the 250 bags to the store.
The
following day, my son said the police came.
Now let's talk about the papers.
I'll come to the papers very soon. Just
okay. All right, go ahead.
So demanding.
Okay.
Kaveri ako samo.
He said this following day.
Police all nara Cabo Soma police post.
The police came from the Soma police post.
Ye magasino dasoro. Ni le fansun chabo.
They came with their own locks and locked the store doors.
Kaveri ya lock.
When it was locked,
ekaya ko bimbi ko nyana boilal.
They said to him, this shop should be demolished. Look for people who will demolish this shop. And you pay them. My son looked for people. The police were present and they took the cement. They paid laborers and they took all the cement outside. And the cement was placed outside. A lot of the bags were broken open. My son, whatever remained there, my son took them to my in-law's store. They paid people to demolish the shop.
ntenara na kabiri nara mekaro tilifulale yembula.
I was released on the 2nd day of May.
Insida for 1 week.
I sat down for 1 week.
Data custom post.
I went to the customs post.
Unko Morjob.
I said to Modu Job,
Cemento afford kole.
the cement arrived in my absence.
To 20 ton.
20 ton.
Nadi Marco I receive.
My son said, you received the cement.
And you 150 bags in the
And you took 150 bags from the cement.
Munem dali loti.
What is your reason?
Morjob ko.
Modu Job said,
Sefo another jane.
the chief came there,
Yaya
Jajusi,
Ani commandant.
and the governor,
Ko.
saying that
Iteni masakundale bekelola.
you are fighting with the government.
Donya na cemento basis na confiscate.
We should seize or confiscate the whole consignment,
Ye nilala.
and you will, it will be nil and void for you.
Anu fende bolaje.
And nothing will come out of it,
Because itolle masakundar.
because they are the government.
Ako kabire woli ofai. Morjob la satronte.
According to Modu Job, when he was given this information,
Akate ko sefo ni commandant ko.
then he said to the chief and the governor,
But war is not normal.
but that is not normal,
Because in the Fadera arrangement will be tema.
because there is an arrangement between me and Fadera.
More than $15 per bag.
That's $15 per bag.
So in India, to the extent of a Fadera 150 bags. Sorry, Walanga Fadera cement beta.
If I take Fadera's cement, the whole consignment,
Taklim ko animas kundal bekelola.
saying that he is fighting with the government,
Akate mamira war is reasonable.
he is saying that then he doesn't think that's reasonable.
Akako ko science menkeno.
He said to them, now what I can do,
Then Fadera agreement no menke.
the agreement that I made with Fadera,
Well, $15 per bag.
that's $15 is per bag.
But very alcohol left alengal mako pro ala business so is destroy na nyame.
So, but as far as you said, I should help you to destroy his business,
Odambal mako la.
I will help you.
Instead of $15,
Instead of $15,
mbaka $60.
I'll make it $60 per bag.
Modu be ile fonte enkaltar kwanola.
This is what Modu Job told me. I swore by the Quran.
Did you tell Modu Job that he acted illegally?
Oye info Modu Job en ko ay baro menke luanta ya baro ay wala.
Ngas kwas ka fu Modu be ko
I told Modu Job that
ye menke is illegal.
what you did is illegal.
Did you make a complaint?
Excuse me.
Wenara na wosida ke akoda la bang.
A moment. Mako demandi. Kabiri nga fa ko amanke luati.
When I told him that that's illegal,
Kabiri along kon kana the point of law.
when he knew that I was going to stand at the point of law,
I NIOC command wo be sirim ala peron ko radio custom post.
he called the NIAOC, who was then sitting under his veranda at the customs post,
Ibrahima Mane.
Ibrahim Mane.
Akai na kono do jam.
Ibrahim what?
Mane.
Ibrahim Mane.
Akai Ibrahima Mane na.
He said, Ibrahim Mane, come in here.
Akai isiong jela akai si.
He told Ibrahim to sit down.
Akai Fadera natale.
He said to Ibrahim, Fadera is here.
Ako ala cemento ako le ka.
He's asking for his cement.
Aka nkai ko Modu Job sign yes cemento men 150 bags.
Then I said to Modu Job, the amount of cement that you took, 150 bags.
Eko yen charge $60.
Now you are charging me $60 per bag.
No ala muda restore dina.
Now give me receipt, I will take Allah.
Ako Mr. Fadera.
He said, Mr. Fadera,
Modu Job.
that Mr. Job, he said to me, Mr. Fadera,
Ibrahima Mane bisiri.
in the presence of Ibrahim Mane,
Don't worry.
don't worry,
Ito muntola customer.
you are our customer.
This time around,
This time around,
it's a bad deal.
it's a bad deal.
But next time,
But next time,
may I adjustment okele
I'll make an adjustment for you.
this time around,
But this time around,
or chief name governor,
for the chief and the governor,
ole dablaje.
because they decided to intervene.
But ni mu rakota
But if you go back again,
me fero ke la police ko bano nyame.
I'll make plans for you to recover.
Nkai Modu Job mota.
I said to Modu Job, I'm not taking that.
Restore dinner, whatever the case me. Hani cement beda, restore dinner.
Give me a receipt. Even if you take the whole consignment of the cement, give me a
Ibrahima
receipt.
Mane a interventa.
Ibrahim Mane intervened then.
Akonyo koko Modu Job is ripe.
He said, Modu Job is right.
Modu Job masaya bula mena ko waleke.
Whatever the government asks Modu Job to do, that's what he will do.
Mr. Fadera, do you
Fadera.
realize that this is a very serious accusation against Modu Job, the chief and the governor?
Ye in kala mutalaban ibe en kuma kawo men fo kanteng tu mi jaw bala me men laga Modu Job ani sefo ani commandant kamba.
Council,
5 minutes time,
in 5 minutes' time,
I will produce something here.
I'll produce something here
That shows that Fadera is a truthful person.
which shows that Fadera is a truthful person.
My father was a truthful person.
My father was a truthful
And
person,
I don't like lies.
and I don't like lies.
You'll prove yourself here.
I will prove it here.
So please, but the money, I find so the money.
Just allow me a little bit.
Kabiri Ibrahim Mane intervened.
When Ibrahim Amane intervened,
Ibrahim Mane ko Morjob I make a wala writer.
Ibrahim Amane said what Modu Job did is what's right.
Guy Ibrahim Mane dabit.
I said to Ibrahim Amane, shut your mouth.
It's not your business.
It's not your business.
Kabrini be transaction kalema kalam.
When we were doing this transaction,
Oya mbran kabuna na wala na bente 13 na.
do you think you are from the NIA?
Be intimidate la.
Our.
Ila mol sorry. Excuse me. Aja hekatu.
Do you think you are from the NIA? That's why you are threatening me?
Ila mol call.
Call your people.
For an arrest.
Tell them to come and arrest me.
But nyima kele business.
But this is not your business.
Akonye mbafale.
He said, I will say it.
Dolbe jane NIA.
We are here, the NIA,
To
reinforce
government la activities.
whatever activity the government is doing.
Nko Morjob riso ita dila na bang.
I said to Modu Job, are you not going to give me a receipt?
Ako hani.
He said, no.
Ngulta ntara na hajola.
I got up and left.
Nge filije.
I left them there.
And then what happened after that?
Manena na ke okola.
Mena ka okola.
What happened later?
De mana ajininka.
I never asked him.
Anife.
Nothing.
Anife.
Nothing.
Ngabula.
I left him.
Okay,
Well,
do you realize,
Nkanale.
just a moment,
So the money.
do you realize that $60 per bag for 400 bags is $24,000?
Finding kala mudala ko hanin kabi ninga e charge boro dalasta woro boro kemenani niyo ko kafunyo makoro da bidala fu dalas wilim wangani
Nani.
24
And the value of what you claim he took is $41,250.
ando iko ate menta niyo yirika korora bidala fu wiltan nan killing kemefula talul.
Taldul.
Yo, Tonya.
That's
Ila
true.
calculation akara onya.
Your calculation is correct.
So
But
even if he charged you $60 per bag,
But hanin kabi ninga hanin kabi akunako e boro yo taworo boro.
it looks like that
Mulutala ko.
he has taken an extra 17,000 from you.
Muntal hanin kabi wara ay dalas wiltang ani woro wula ay wala tebulu.
Ndenga men calculate council.
What I calculated,
Nimanya malon price over there, but in a men calculate order that material day.
what we calculated on that day,
Oh, 150 bakodo.
out of that 150,
That kind 37,500.
it was 37,500. That was my calculation.
Olunte ni Morjo fong.
Myself and Modu Job's calculation. on
Ngame
that day.
safero me beja.
I think the writing here,
Morjo la safero le nimanyina.
it must be Modu Job's writing, if I remember.
Abe safari risto koma.
It's written,
I
on the,
send the council laba.
it's written on the back of the receipt.
37,500.
37,500.
I had right me beje.
That's the handwriting.
Yajel.
I am just examining the documents.
Meka ito nyim kuzonzan kan nga juwe.
When did you say this event took place?
Iko nyim ko keta wadi jumal la.
Ninkata 2008 April.
April 2008.
Mike.
This happened in April 2008.
What date?
Lunjuma.
Well, 27 never kaito.
I think it is on the 27th. That's what's written on the document.
Okay. But the thing is,
Comment.
duty is to be paid at the port of entry, at the post of entry, isn't it?
Duty ni nyana kajo ni be duna banko kan fonde. Duanyo la duna ni be.
Apana ko sate ko no duanyo be sate ko.
The custom post is inside the village.
But here, the custom entry is at Farafenni.
Bari jang custom mo dundula ni ye men kaje wala farafenni.
Hani wo momenti wole mu ko me abe dun kan Gambia banko kanne.
That shows that it's coming into the Gambian territory.
But understanding be duanyo da malte ma memmi na soma e kabula la na soma ya jo soma.
But the custom people, they themselves have that understanding between them. Whatever is coming to Soma, they will allow it to continue and come to Soma.
So, just a moment. You are saying that you were assessed for customs duties will be the sum or in the sum of $37,500.
That's what Modu Job said, and that's what he wrote.
And are you saying that Modu Job refused to give you a receipt?
100%.
So you are also saying that in lieu of the payment of cash for the duty, Modu Job took 150 bags of your cement.
Amunta kabri ye ujuti nyimfana njo ujuti jori nkola fana Modu Job na ila boto cemento boto keme boto talu.
Bake.
Yes, very well.
And 150 bags
would
in fact be 41,250.
Nio calculate korora bida dalas will tanna nin killing keme fula.
And in Talul.
Aha, back.
Yes.
Okay. And did you go to the police?
Inarnata police oli alabang police kundar.
To
report the theft.
Honey.
No.
Why didn't you do that? This is outright theft. If what you say is actually true, it means this is outright theft of your cement. Did you go to the police?
Honey?
No. Why?
Why not? What order of the day the Gambia?
That was the other day of the Gambia because they were the law themselves.
No, but Mr. Fadera. The customs are not the law. They cannot place themselves above the law. If they stole your cement and according to your papers, you brought in 400 bags and they unlawfully took away 150 bags, you should have gone to the police.
That's the law.
But
let me explain things quickly so that we can progress.
Council,
I left things like that.
For covering 2016.
Until after the change of government in 2016.
2017.
In 2017. After Yaya Jammeh fell down.
Sembo Banta.
They have no more powers. The law became paramount. Then I realized that I have a right. I asked and I got up and asked the whereabouts of Modu Job.
Banjul International Airport, Red Court section.
They said he is at the Banjul International Airport at the Red Court section.
I
went there in the month of March and I met him there. I said to him, Modu Job.
Kassim Fadera Jara Soma, businessman.
I am Kassim Fadera Jara Soma, businessman.
Ye suteleba?
Do you recognize me?
Ako ha.
He said yes.
Unko ye 150 bako menjiri metodo.
I told him the 150 bags of cement that you took from me unlawfully.
Nada wakodole kama.
I am here to collect that money.
Adunti ta imadina.
And I'm not going without you paying that money.
Ako nge sutele.
He said, I recognize you.
Bari ma remember nge treat wanyama.
I cannot remember that I treated you like that.
Ngala tablo jungu.
I hit his table. I said to him, Modu Job, give me my money. You kill me or I kill you. I shouted on him. People came. They asked what happened. I explained everything. They said to me, go to the police. When I was going there, I went with my son. Then my son told me, let's go.
International Police.
We went to the Yundum
International Airport Police.
There is a police station at the Yundum International Police.
March 2017.
I lodged a complaint there in March 2017.
Serious crime call.
They said they will call serious crimes unit to take my complaint.
I
was standing, they called. They said to them, Fadera is coming. Take his complaint and process it. I went with my son, Alaji. We took a vehicle. We went to Banjul.
Serious crime.
We went to the serious crimes unit. They recorded all my complaint. They said, as far as it is official.
Head of the department.
They said, as far as it's official, they will write. They made a request so that they can send more job to them. And they will ask him.
So, established.
And if everything has been established, they will charge him and they will take him to court. The officer at that time who was there, I said to him, I don't want to go to court. I want my money. He said that can also happen. He's head of department. If we talk to them, if they want this to be out of court settlement, that also can happen.
I love that.
I said, okay, I will like that. When they wrote, they told me to go to his Commissioner General and talk to him.
Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo.
I went to the Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo. I explained everything to him. And I showed him these receipts. He called Modu Job. Modu Job confirmed it. Commissioner General said, Yankuba Dabo. He said it's embarrassing, really embarrassing. It embarrassed him. He never thought that officers will treat their fellow Gambians like this. He said to me, Uncle, we will pay your money. Don't go to court.
$25,000.
He gave me $25,000.
Who gave you 25?
Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo.
Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo.
I restored it.
He gave me a receipt.
I assigned, this is where I signed.
He signed or he's somebody to sign.
$25,000 were receivable.
Saying that I received $25,000.
I did dinner.
He gave me a day. So that I'll
balance Joe
and pay the balance. I came back on that day.
12,000.
He gave me
500.
500.
I Joe.
He paid that.
$500 dinner.
He gave me an extra.
Uncle.
He said, Uncle.
Okay, password.
He used that as your fare. These are the documents.
So, hold a second. Okay, thank you very much. So, just a moment. Are you satisfied that there was full settlement from customs?
I'm
satisfied because me na kabinga litanel loyal laboratory.
Yes, I'm satisfied.
Kabinga station or sambai. Often ko ngata court. Because I be claim for more damages and costs.
Mr. Fadera, so the agent translate.
But we tend to nima laughing at Karnasor.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
I talked with my lawyer, Boriture, and he also told me to court.
But considering length of time, I make a thing.
But if you consider the length of time, because it took a long time ago.
And
what he did to you is very bad.
I said
He should pay you a lot of money. But I told my counsel, I said to him, I have nothing.
37,000 left out.
I want the 37,000. That's why I agreed for the settlement.
But in fact, if the bag of cement was 275, and the value of what they took is 41,250.
Well, that's what is it.
But you settled for the 37,500 that was written on the document.
Yes, that's what I took. Yes, that's what I took.
Okay. So with this, your whatever happened, if it was a fraud on you, the fraud has now been satisfied. You have received what was due to you, correct?
I agreed to that, but council, a country doesn't run like this. Should people treat one another like this?
But Mr. Fadera, you would accept that this was just theft by one Gambian against another Gambian?
Aka state authority use.
He used state authority.
But you would also agree that he did not do that. He was not really exercising his official functions properly. He was doing a crime. But
uniform
But he was wearing a uniform.
Yes, but that does not necessarily mean that this was a human rights violation. This was just outright theft.
Under government authorities.
He did it on the cover of the government authority.
Yes, violation.
I think that's a violation.
All right, but now you accept that that violation has been addressed to your satisfaction.
Because what more?
Yes, because at that time I don't have the money. I don't have money. Because my lawyer told me that you will get a lot of money.
I prefer 37,000.
Then that's why I prefer this 37,000.
So now that you had what you preferred, that settles the matter, doesn't it?
Well, anyway, but you serious violation.
What I think about it is
but you agree.
After Sephora Commandant Male, Yena economy Wendy, Yena Cemental Betina, Yena Family Bear Wendy, Ami Samba Jande, Alon business environment, Yen Wendy, Yena Family Betina, Nadimo Fona Talangalter, Karamala, Ania by Cabrina Colo Becasar.
But Kassim, you settled for 37,000.
After Kabri Sambo Bante Bulu, ni Sambo Mamba Wuntas or La Falacra.
Yes, but you received what you thought you deserved.
I took that money because I had no other means.
Well, you had other means. You had a lawyer who was willing to go to court. You agreed to accept that.
I will not agree that it is not a violation.
Okay. All right. So if you take it as a violation, you agree that you have been adequately compensated.
Okay, so
and that ends the matter there. Okay.
Let's continue.
Okay.
So now let's go to the next one.
Now, they demolished my house.
Which house?
No, the canteen.
When it was demolished,
so High Court.
I took the matter to the High Court. I hired the services of body lawyer, saying that what they did to me was unlawful.
So Bori took up
the matter.
So case
we were in the case
for September 2010.
Till in September 2010. One day,
police will not arrest.
The police came and arrested me. They took me to Mansakonko.
Police commissioner Usman Jata.
The police commissioner then was Usman Jata. When they took me to him at his office, you are the person who writes papers and give it to Juma Sonkola. Lebur Sonko. And tell him to distribute these papers in the village. You are tarnishing the image of the governor and the chief. I said to him, no, that didn't happen. He said, as document, Lebur gave it to me. And he said, you gave it to him. I said to him, but then I catch Lebur. Because you didn't see it with Fadera. He said, I trust Lebur, he is our witness. He said to the police, the police officer, the female police officer, Ramatulai, take Fadera and put him in a cell.
Mr. Fadera.
Huh? Mr. Fadera.
Let's interrogate the issue of this document. Did Lebur truly had possession of that document?
Lebur had some papers.
And what were the contents of that paper?
Activities
Well, the activities that they commit against people, just because they arrest people arbitrarily,
and the contents were defamatory of the persons named in it.
that's what Usman Jata said.
But I ask you, Mr. Fadera, whether the contents of the document were truly defamatory of the persons named therein.
Arresting people unlawfully was what was written on these documents.
Council.
officials a bad name.
Orete kaiti le safe kuma kangol keje me alon ko abeto kuyala dila ni molla.
Council, kamol arrest masako kuma da banko kan. Hani mbadu hani majo nyama ko bad name de. Ikamol arrest amante lu akando wo murambanta jele. Adu ni moyo safe wo munta mamira wo muto kuyade because men keni moya safe ndemajo wo offense.
I didn't take that as an offense because if you do something and somebody happens to write what you did, then I don't think that's wrong.
So you agree that you authored the document?
Yes, I said that.
And it was given to, what's the name of the person?
Leburu
Sonko, correct?
How can?
Yes.
And it was intended to be distributed in the town?
No. He
never told me that it was going to be distributed. He said he just needed that paper.
But
police commissioner
that's what the police commissioner said. But Leburu never told me that.
But you would agree that Lebru tried to distribute that document?
No, that never happened.
But the thing is, if you write a defamatory document on a person, the moment you show it to another person, you have committed the offense of defamation, of libel.
He never told me that he was going to sell this document or give it to somebody else.
In fact, when you wrote it and gave it to Lebu himself, the offense was committed.
Council?
Yes.
Who broke the law?
You did.
Council? Nana tesona wala ila yomidin. Because Imam Baga
I will never agree to that because they didn't see it with me.
Because Imam they
didn't see any document with me, any paper.
But you have just agreed that you did it.
Yes, I said that, Council.
But you wouldn't say that to the police chief.
Let me continue and see what I said to the police chief. When he said that, I found him reading the Quran on his table. When he said Leburu is a witness, I said to him, I didn't give it to him.
Did you tell him the truth?
When I said to him, I didn't give it to him. Yes, I swore by the Quran. I gave it to him. I wrote that for him.
When you spoke to the police officer, did you tell him the truth?
No.
Yeah, saying that I didn't give it to him. Yes, I said that. I said to him, you are reading the Quran here.
Offensive material,
an offensive material, as I thought. If you find it with somebody, I think that man should be your suspect.
So imagine
the person who didn't have that paper with him, how can you arrest that person? I said, I think I should be a witness according to my calculation. But this Quran you are reading, that's not part of it.
But that is the law according to Kassim Fadera, and that law is very, very wrong.
No. I
don't agree to that.
No.
So, Kassim, let me ask you something. If you take money from your pocket and you give it to your child, Can't that child be a witness to the fact that you gave him money?
Council.
Council.
Just
answer my question.
He came and said to me, let me help him and write this paper. That's what I did.
Okay, can't he be a witness to the fact that you wrote that document?
If you come and ask somebody to do for something for you, how can you become a witness for that thing again?
But that is precisely the reason why that person can be a witness, because that person saw you do it.
Wala sabo mari nyimbe kala sero de karo mari keta multi me alon kwa ejele ba ke kan.
My
position is he came to me. He asked me to write this paper for him. I wrote it and I gave it to him.
In fact, both of you are culpable.
Yes.
Yes, I can agree to that.
Okay, so you agree that ilabulo notale.
You got both of you. I come more flow. Because I'm definitely participate. But
I can agree to that. I can agree to that because both of us were involved. Yes,
okay,
both of us.
Okay, let's break it down, Kassim.
Fancy.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
So Kassim Fadera bulo notale. Isonta wala wa?
And second one. Continue. Conclude your statement.
Okay, nga bula wo nyama. Altol be bulo notale.
Thank you very much, Council.
Okay, but all the same we agree that Femo Sonko alabulo notale. He committed a violation.
Equally, Fadera.
Yes, and Kassim Fadera also committed a violation.
Thank you very much.
And Femo Sonko can be used as a witness against Kassim Fadera.
Wole mu APRC la loi. Comment que tu as la loi?
That's the APRC law, but not the white man's law.
You're saying?
Now,
they
took me and detained me in the cell. They said they are charging me for libel. I said to my son, let him call the lawyer. He called Boriture, my lawyer, who talked to Usman Jata. Usman Jata said, we will not release him.
Fadera
is a troublemaker.
Fadera,
we will make sure that he goes to jail.
Was that true? That you were a troublemaker?
That's not true. That's a lie.
You just fight for rights.
Yes, thank you. I fight for rights. I fight for my own rights. I fight for other people's rights.
Proceed, please.
Wow, okay.
When I was locked in the cell, one day, the second day, at night,
around 12 o'clock.
Around 12.
11, sorry, 11.
Around 11.
Police I ordered you.
He gave order to a police.
Gayso.
Is it Gayso or Jayso?
Gayso for Gayso.
Gayso.
Please proceed.
He said to Gayso if during the night,
take
Fadera and lock him inside the toilet. Leave him to die there. At night, Gayso came for me and took me to the toilet. He locked me in there. I said to Gay, so what's happening? He said, my boss gave me an order, and that's what I'm going to carry out. We were there. I was complaining bitterly.
1 hour, 2 hours.
I was there for 1 hour up to 2 hours. One lady was there on duty. They call her Bintatal. Bintatal said to Geso, he's a complete human being. You shouldn't have locked him in this place.
I won't correct.
That's not correct. Nobody treats a human being like this.
Commissioner Usman Jata wole order na.
He said Commissioner Usman Jata gave me the order. And he said, let me do that. That's what I did, and that's what
but I feel ko offense lady.
But if you take that as an offense, that's the key here. Take Fadera out of the toilet
normal cell
and take him to the normal cell.
Commissioner Usman Jata nada.
In the morning when Commissioner Usman Jata comes, you will discuss it with him.
Fadera, what were the conditions in that toilet, cum cell?
That place, everybody urinates there.
How can?
Yes.
Only urinate?
Sumunadro.
Well, what la?
That place.
Mo beke sumnaje. Because I think I think it is not used as a toilet, but they use it only for urination. Because it's only
was it covered?
Yes, the top is covered.
We just want to appreciate the conditions. How bad it was.
You cannot breathe. You cannot breathe in that place. When I was there, I don't think I was there for more than 2 hours. Bindatal took the key. She opened the door and took me to the normal cell.
And how did you feel being locked up in a toilet as a cell? How did you feel?
Well, what I realized is that he wanted me to suffocate so that I can die. Because in that morning, after daybreak, when that Commissioner Usman Jata came, his subordinate saluted him. He said, where's Fadera? Geso said to him, that's him inside the cell there. And he asked who took him out of that toilet. And they said to him it was Bintatal. Geso said to Jata it was Bintatal. Then Commissioner Jata said you should have left him to die in there. Fadera is a troublemaker. He really brought a lot of problems for the authorities here. So daybreak.
Fadera, did you think it was lawful for you to be detained inside a toilet?
Council?
No. Council. I take it that the man wants to kill me.
Because I have had a somanda.
Because he said it with his own mouth in the morning. They should have left me there to die. So that the authorities will have peace from me. That cannot be a law.
Proceed.
Okay, so
when during daybreak, my wife's elder brother came.
Mamadou
Cham. He bailed me. After he bailed me, on that very day, after my lunch, I took birth. I went to Dakar. I had to run away from the Gambia because I was really shocked. I never thought something like that will happen to me.
But what happened to you, Fadera? That was not your first arrest. You've been arrested, you've been taken to the NIA, you've been taken in a cell where when you stand, your head would hit the roof. You've been beaten at the NIA, you never ran away. On this occasion, you ran away. What were you afraid of? Was it the charges or the conditions?
Suffocation?
Yes, because the suffocation. I cannot bear that because I know my own condition.
But you are not. You are no longer in detention. You are free.
Because I didn't have the confidence that I will not go back there. This is why I had to run away and went to Dakar.
Did you run away from the charges or did you run away because you feared the cell conditions?
Because the condition of the cell, that's what made me run away.
But wasn't it the case also that there was a strong case against you, considering that your co-conspirator has now turned into a witness?
But it's funny na manke kuote ko nyaji dalilo me asa we borta wala nyinti ko tumiri bambande yo wala sota ikankato i do nyo nying yo keta molte me yalon ko silang iboke kan yo ke sedo ti ikang
Ansul
woman ke charge omu fanya charge roll.
That's not a charge, that's just a lie against me.
But you accepted that you wrote the document.
Reason da ko etele kaito safe fodi.
You accepted that you gave it to Sonko.
What somebody does everywhere in the world, something like that, you cannot take everything as a bad thing.
But you are just afraid of the consequences of the charges against
Never.
Never, I'm not afraid of those charges.
Because I
have a lawyer who was ready to take up the case.
Then why would you run away?
Because I was sure that he was going to take me back into the cell.
But why, how, and why? Because you are already on bail.
I have no confidence in them. I don't trust them. That's why. I went to Dakar. I was in Dakar for almost a month. I left all my family here. I was there thinking every day. My brother who was living there called Tombom Fadera. I said to him, let him help me so that I can come back to the Gambia. He called my son who was in the Gambia then. My sister's son.
Permanent secretary PMO.
He was the then permanent secretary at the PMO. He said to the permanent secretary, try and do something. This man is a family man. He cannot remain in Dakar here.
One Baba Fadera delegate.
He also sent somebody called Baba Fadera.
Police Commissioner Usman Jata Puru Banyame.
He sent him to Police Commissioner Usman Jata so that they will put an end to this issue.
To what issue were they going to put an end? Was it a commitment that you would no longer be put in the cells, or is it to end the case?
Monkula mnyindi miala ko purka bang fo nyine nyindi wala mnyindi ko ka ko nyim kyote dunla selo kono ko tanke bang warando fo
ngambe mfa wala mnyindi ka case nyin ko be ka bang. What
we said was to finish the whole case.
So your fear was the case.
Amunda ila sila nyamende wala mcase nyindi.
Council. Ngamira nganyinto for matanga proceed council.
I think I said when I said that
Ako Baba Kadata Police Commissioner Usman Jata.
Baba said he went to the Police Commissioner Usman Jata.
And
they discussed.
Akako.
And said to him,
Fadera a case a file at High Court. I just need safe holding command.
Fadera has already filed a case at the High Court against the commissioner and the governor.
Safe
the chief and the governor.
Akaye na defana wakilta ayo case ninta I will draw.
But if he also agrees to withdraw that case,
Dol fana be in case ni withdraw.
we will also withdraw this case.
Baba Fadera ayo wole for tomboye.
That's what Baba Fadera told Tombong.
Another for ako Usman Jata kaya for odam mantede.
So Usman Jata also said
hold a second. What was okay? Finish this, then I'll ask a question.
Okay. Ako mo odam mantede ako fenka kaya ko ba kaya na wakilta wala.
And Usman Jata said that's not the only thing, but if he agreed to that,
in fana asala case withdraw High Court.
Let them withdraw the case from High Court.
Ndol fana be in case ni withdraw le.
We will also withdraw this case against him.
Okola fana ye $5,000 odi nanga odom.
And apart from that, you give me $5,000, I will eat that.
So he asked for a bribe also. That's what
Baba
That's what Baba said. I was not there.
So kabira yo fonye.
When that information was given to me, I said to problem, not problem with that. Let me just go home and stay with my family. Even if that case goes nil, that's no problem. I will stay with my family. Baba said when he
Police Commissioner Usman
when he said that to Police Commissioner Usman, Usman said, okay, then we can make a deal.
So another 5,000 Usman Jata Baba Fadera mevo.
According to Baba Fadera, he gave this $5,000 to Usman Jata.
I call Konga Sena.
So you paid the bribe?
My relatives paid the bribe.
I 5,000
5,000 was given to him. But even before the bribe was paid, the person who bailed me, they went to arrest that man too.
Mamadou
Ducham. He was also locked in the same toilet. I think he spent 2 to 3 days in that toilet. Then also he was also bailed.
And let me say this: it may be a laughing matter, but this is extremely serious. It is inhumane. It is degrading. To detain a person in a toilet. And if this is a practice in our police forces or in our security forces, this practice must end. This is not a decent and humane way to treat our people. Or to treat any human being for that matter. Please proceed, Mr. Fadera.
Okay, I offer Abulaje, Cabre offer we bail.
When he was also bailed, when I came from Dakar, I found that man sick. He came to the urban areas here. He was here for almost 1 year to 2 years. He was seeking treatment. He later died.
Is it your suggestion that his death is connected with his detention?
That's what I believe.
But let me ask a further question. Do you know what was his ailment?
I didn't see his medical paper. But he has some medical paper. I didn't see them truly. But what I heard, he said when he was inside that toilet, it looked like that something, he swallowed something. He said from that day, he was never, he told me that.
Well,
then after he tried to, seek medication, but later on he died. Falai also, When he left the cell,
because in the mirror fire la social status
Falai, I think his social status,
abelori nyame society kono
how he was standing in the society,
abarata la asokta bakel
this was a big shock to him.
fala fana another sasa
Falai also became sick.
ntena na ranyola jam one occasion
I came with him to...
data minister Antman Sawala officer
We went to Minister Antman Sawa's office.
ako Antman ko ayama ko ateman kendea
He said to Antman to help him because he's not well.
Antman ma teri malti
Antman was his friend.
ako ate anio kafa
He said usually what happens to him is that he finds it difficult to breathe.
nimbe bunyan sella
When we are climbing the stairs of a story building,
ake fonyandin
he has to rest.
abo jaro sanji kilim fula
He was seeking treatment for 2 to 3 years.
lukilin abora na banyu no lobdano ro
So one day he came from the hospital in Banjul,
defana drive wala mala do kori
and he was also a driver by profession.
atemu drive la ke bati soma garasor
At the summer garage, he was the head driver there.
drive le issue sort of with Senegalese la driver union
The drivers had an issue with the Senegalese Drivers Union.
ikaita wo problemo settle Carrefour
They told him to go and settle that problem at the Carrefour.
go fala ite man kende bita Carrefour
I said to Fala, you are not well, you are sick. How can you go to the Carrefour?
atara Carrefour
He went there.
abo issue ni badi amka
They were talking about that issue
muto kono
inside a vehicle.
fala ifataje
Fala died inside that vehicle.
ala molbe kumbora
All his people cried.
eko fala ifata
They said Fala has died.
bari sana fofana
But Sana Fofana,
police olem
he's a policeman.
aya witness le fala man suro sino
He witnessed that day Fala was put in the cell. He,
kumbora
didn't sleep.
fofano keda
He cried till daybreak.
ndasa bita ko
I suspected that.
malonde
I don't know,
bari ntena kada nyola banyun kana
but I come to Banjul with him and go back with him.
ay so ko men so tanga mera wala afa
I think the shock, that's what killed him.
and wo sefo ya jajusi
And when that, the chief, Yaya Jajusi,
wala ya cause
was the cause of that,
ani police ol
plus the policemen.
bari men fo ya cause
But the main cause of it,
wala mu ko police commissioner de Dembaso
the police commissioner Dembasow,
wala ni arresto be sab
who is the man who initiated all these arrests.
wala mo mu me be
The whole problem,
abe mu Dembaso le
all them was because of them.
wala na fala ifada
That's why Falai died.
wala na du momar du cham fada
That's why Mamadou Ducham died.
wala na Fadera badara
That's why Fadera suffered.
Fadera kuranta
Fadera became sick.
ay jararo ke olsa amuda NIA
He suffered
Sure.
from ulcer at the NIA.
so wobe wala
Fadera,
Fadera
let me give you a counter narrative,
badunga
and then you react to
ganye
that.
koma domanding
Because it's fair that we put everything on the table.
betilin na purunga ko nyimbe landi nyadilingola
How about
nyadila
you say all these problems were caused by Fadera
ko nyin koleal be me keta me ya sababu lam Fadera ti
because he refused to vacate property that does not belong to him?
kadwa balantale ka bo dinkira do me alon ko atande
How about you say that all this was caused by Fadera
sayinga be kela nyadil ni ko nyimbe sababu men sababu dal lam Fadera ti
because he wrote a defamatory statement against the public officials there?
adunga letter le kayti le safe me ya lon ko ay moldel tumi je ka wol tol tinya me an ko jamal do kulal
How do you react to that?
Council,
nga fo jalno koko director of land minister of local government
I said that the director of lands at the minister of the local government,
ako
he said
etla ministry
at their ministry,
bari era council bari lokoto
so far the area council,
it will civil authority le
they are civil authorities.
it la kole e kasambane lualla
Whatever they do it according to
buka
law.
force use je
They don't use force.
you need force le use
But these people use,
wo moto justify no la
nobody can do
luwa ta kere dunia
There's no
isa justify no ko nyula action no nyimo lawful tale
Would you agree that that was government action?
be sonna nyinnal ko ilaw baro nyimu man sakunda la baro tiba
duma la bara
man sakunda la simfala moti yemenke
you kamol arrest
No. Pour que fintindi ila place auto.
ke bondi je ko man sakunda la
no wo manke maskunda le viste ni ara maskunda le viste was suspension letter it has already to council
That's not government, because if that's the case, they will not write to this suspension
So are
letter.
you suggesting that this was unilateral action by the chief?
That's very well. Because if it had been from the government, is the government, as the government said that let them, when the government said let them suspend it, why did they go by the back way and arrest me?
In the night.
At night.
Because director of land,
because the director of lands,
Mr. Kemo Conte, when I
visited him at this,
advertisement,
he told me that the advice, but I will tell you.
Translate that, please.
I will not write a letter, but the man doesn't allow us to translate.
Sorry, Manekunda, sorry.
What Kemo Conte told him was that I will not write a letter. But the advice I gave them is this.
Ako.
He said,
Fadera.
We go by the law.
Alta Fadera Samba Masakong Magistrate Court.
Take Fadera to the Masakonko Magistrates Court.
Ni were defined.
Whatever they define at that court.
But Afana I sectional court.
Because he also quoted he took that out of our book. If they said let him leave the place, let him vacate.
But
Don't use force. He said that's what he told them. And then I agree to that. That's why they were written a suspension letter. This is why they decided to go to Dembaso. They gave money to Dembaso. Around 2 a.m. at night, they decided to come and took me to the NI.
How much money was given to Dembaso?
I don't know.
How did you know he was giving money? How do you know he was giving money? How do you know that Dembaso was given money?
Because illegal action.
Because he committed an illegal action.
So you just suspecting that he was given money, but you do not know that he was given money.
Yes, very well.
So this is an accusation that is just bordering on speculation. Just answer the question. The accusation is based mainly on speculation.
Government action where I attend Dembaso acted illegally.
You see, Mr. Fadera, you have to understand that here we have to be fair to everybody. Just like we have to try to secure your rights, we have to also ensure that we secure other people's rights. So your accusation against Mr. Dembaso is purely speculative. You agree that?
What I'm saying.
Do you agree that?
Baro.
Any action.
Baro.
That's what shows the intention. That's why I agreed that he took money. And I later came to know that that place was sold for $300,000. The chief had his share. Governor had his share. CEO has his share. Dembaso got his share. Yes, I swore by the Quran here, and I believe that.
But you don't have first-hand information about that fact.
Well, can you make it?
The man who bought the place, he called me. He told me he paid money for that. What the man himself told me.
Yes, he paid the purchase price.
Council? Left I
want you to help me.
For Bankome Mobe Dentala, Masangoira Council Danta Kenomena.
An area where everybody is equal there, like Mansakonko Area Council.
For say for new commandant, and CEO.
Like the chief the governor and the CEO, why should they share that money? Where is that law from?
But you have not yet proven that they shared the money.
Of course, yes,
Yes, I know that they shared the money. I swore with the Quran here.
What is your evidence?
What they did.
But what is your evidence that they received money?
That's what the deed they committed.
But what deed?
Unlawful arrest and detention.
Unlawful arrest and detention.
But you were sitting on property that did not belong to you and you refused to leave.
But the high authority will suspend.
But the authorities in Banjul told them to suspend the matter. They have the letter.
Yes. Yes, but in fact, this letter was not written to you.
Mansakonko Area Council sent me this copy.
In fact, the copy sent to you, that is a late addition to show that the letter is sent to you. It could have been written by anybody. You would agree. It could have been written by anybody.
No, this letter came from the Mansakonko Area Council.
100%.
So what's the CC indication on the...
The CC was not to him. There is a handwritten by pen showing that it is to him, but the letter is in fact to the CFO and not to him. So the chair. Mr. Fadera, I do not dispute that it may have been unlawful to remove you. All right, I do not dispute that because we have to look at the law in order to be sure that it may have been unlawful to remove you. But you should also acknowledge the fact that you were sitting on property that did not belong to you.
Repeatedly.
Yes, we said that repeatedly.
And for you to secure a right to remain there, you ought to have gone to court and prevent your eviction.
Ruite nyanto so purite sabati dingira nyendo ibe menkeno la wala nyindi kata kiti bunda to kiti ya kunyi njube puru fo nyanda bola jela fo nyama nyanda bola
kansul ko kabiri suspension na da wala nan sita.
I remained at the place because of the suspension letter that was written. This is why I decided to remain there.
Well, but nonetheless, the person who suspended it had a right to also cancel the suspension.
Mari mola me alongo wole ila bondiro nye puri ya ka den karala folo mari mo kilo nyimfana nyanto so puru ka murundi nan ko reke puri eboje
bara ntafana mlata yinako bar ena ma reso to kan arrest kan sign the letter wala woli fana fo yo reso la ban council ye ma koy wala.
What I also think is the NIA also don't have the right to arrest me and make me sign a letter.
That is some other consideration. I do not subscribe to the NIA arresting anybody. They should be limited to dealing with national security issues instead of dealing with private issues between individuals or issues of like this, like unlawful occupation of land and things like that. The NIA should not be involved in those things.
NIL manyana idabula ni sifalto NIL ndebe yamaro mendi menyana ka kelo mitol nyane idabula banko kan kunya tanko bunda me alon ko kullo mara kullo kolle menyane idabula bare kene ko ni nyanda moda maltema o mankela dogo.
So perhaps this is a point where we can take the lunch break and we will resume after the break.
Abaka council.
Thank you very much. But before we go, witness, Council asked you a question about the proceeds of the sale of the land for $300,000.
Janning ngata daharingola council ye nyinin ka dulalela dalas wuli keme sabo men ye dinkira nyi wafi ala.
Ya talale.
Hold on a second. You indicated that the chief, the governor,
CEO,
and the
CEO, yes,
got money from the sale of that property. He asked you for the evidence. We're still waiting for that answer. Evidence.
Governor, aning CFO, aning CEO, will be kodo sotole nying kodo yirikoto. Saying abenyinin kaka wala puru yewo ko ya sede ya kunyadile mun sede le bebulu men saitandi ko nying kodo ya fote nyama keta wala nyama.
Honorable Kiawan.
Honorable Chairman.
Ni bedu ko tala.
When these people are taking bribes, they
don't
issue receipts.
I
think I came here. I approved job saying that he took my receipt. He didn't. But he agreed because
you have no evidence then. Is that your answer?
Evidence of menti.
My evidence is.
Ye baro menke. Itata ni komadala. Kangare suto. Wole munna evidence of the honorable chairman.
My evidence is that why should they go by the back way and arrest me in the middle of the night and take me away? The letter of suspension was already.
And the Minister of Local Government.
And that suspension letter came from the Minister of Local Government.
Thank you very much. We will take a break and come back at 3 o'clock. Council, you have the floor, please.
Just on that point before you go.
Yeah.
You were evicted by Mansakonko Area Council, isn't it?
Amunta Mansakonko Area Council le ulindije.
Correct?
Yes.
And the land belongs to Mansakonko Area Council, correct?
And the Mansakonko Area Council talom jeti.
And it was Mansakonko Area Council that wrote the suspension letter.
And the Mansakonko Area Council letter was a purka konyin landi follow.
So wouldn't that tell you that Mansakonko Area Council lifted their suspension?
For Titan Dilela Koto Mansakonko Area Council many letter was a purka ko landi follow. Ateo Mansakonko Area Council killing Lenata Wuli, purka landiro nyimbai.
Emake kensen ken kawla fo de ngamen kalamata kumaka obotana Minister of Local Government.
What I understand is word came from the Ministry of Local Government.
But we don't have that word. That's the problem.
But in Telumong Kango Soto
verbally, they
didn't give me any paper, but it was given the information was given to me verbally.
So what we have here is Mansakonko Area Council owned the land. Correct?
Mansakonko Area Council letamu keno nyindi.
Correct?
100%.
100%.
It was Mansakonko Area Council that allowed you to stay on the land.
Mansakonko Area Council le bula puriye jula yake dinkira nyinto.
Correct?
Very well.
Tonya.
It was the same Mansakonko Area Council that gave you notice to vacate.
Ateo Mansakonko Area Council kilimule koye wulije.
How can?
Yes.
It was the same Mansakonko Area Council that suspended that decision.
Ateo Mansakonko Area Council kilingule nata wo kangota ya landi follow ya dem follow.
Correct?
Wole kata suspension of the loring inarang arrestuto.
Okay.
That's it. When the suspension was already standing, then they came and arrested me at night.
But it was the same Mansakonko Area Council that evicted you from the place in spite of the suspension.
Ateo Mansakonko Area Council kilingule bondije andu wayatara wo suspension letter obelaring wole ye coding letter o menna obelaring.
Honey, this time around, Jane Silo.
This time around,
Demolition.
It was the NIA and the police who intervened and decided to demolish.
Police osi karamo kani abejele demolition okaraje mantraje barna di mabejel.
But would you say that the police and the NIA came to demolish the place without the authorization of Mansakonko Area Council?
Ya mera NIA ni police olu ibinala le kawo bungo boyindi satara Mansakonko Area Council mankulonje imankango dila.
Well, amula nganyolti.
Well, that's their intention.
Fine. Are you suggesting that the police and the NIA acted without the Mansakonko Area Council?
More for that.
I'm not saying that.
So are you saying that the Mansakonko...
They are all part of the conspiracy.
So in effect you are saying that Mansakonko Area Council enforced their decision to evict you?
Monte be nyina foka woto man sa konko area council woliye la kangole sembentu ya pour que bondije.
Bari council.
But council.
Yalo yamaro ma yaso the Minister of Local Government.
The advice which came from the Minister of Local Government, don't forget that.
Okay. Oh, Ali Fadera Samba Mansa Konko Magistrate Court.
Telling them to take Fadera to the
dispute,
so that the court will give a decision on whatever happened. They thought that was going to be a long time.
Fadera
is a poor man. This man is a chief. This man is a governor. This man is a CEO. Let's go by the back way and use the NIA and victimize Fadera.
100%.
What happened, 100%.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fadera.
Numbara, Mr. Fadera.
Abaraka Council and Honorable Chairman.
So is it a miskin canteen data condone we?
Abaraka Honorable Chairman.
Meeting is adjourned. We resume at 3 o'clock.
When we touch down, better broke down.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
So she became mine and see that.
For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la skincare la 2020 lañ wax de waaw fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache perfect skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu ngeen am problème ci seen skin ngeen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba laka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi di waxee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw skincare plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indilee products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon ne dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skin care products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàlla waaye man nag skin care mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner Kiwi Eye the whole range Lighten Up Gold Tomatine I mean the list can just go on and on and on and on lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox skin care plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu nga United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes fragrances men's shirts accessories we do dresses as well we do blouses we do shoes name it we do them Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection zero task fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi task kenn waratu fi am problème kanam kenn waratu fi am problème yu picca boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii
love like fire bring my yobo guma fanya love like fire When me touch down, better broke down.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see that.
For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Love like fire. Wow. Love ngeen fan la skincare la 2020 lañ wax de waaw fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache perfect skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu ngeen am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba la ka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi defee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw skincare plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indi les products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skincare mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner, Kiwi Eye, the whole range, Lighten Up Gold, Tomatine. I mean, the list can just go on and on and on and on. Lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox. Skincare plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu ngi United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes, you know, fragrances, men's shirts, accessories. We do dresses as well. We do blouses. I mean, we do shoes.